In Landman Season 2, Episode 4, Gallino, Andy Garcia, negotiated a major deal with Cammy, but there's a catch. He only wants to collaborate with Tommy. Since Monty's passing in Season 1, the majority of the Landman ensemble has been working feverishly to save MTex. He left behind some dubious business practices, and now MTex is responsible for paying $420 million to restore an offshore gas rig damaged in a hurricane. Cammy went up to Gallino in Landman Season 2, Episode 4, asking him to basically save MTex's efforts to repair the offshore gas rig. Gallino was able to meet Cammy in Episode 3 and persuade her that he would make a valuable business partner because of his alter persona, Danny Morell. Gallino decided he only wanted to work with Tommy, despite the fact that it appeared he was putting up a mechanism to control Cammy. Here's why. Gallino agreed to assist MTex and Cammy, but he refused to engage in negotiations with her. In order to fix the offshore rig, Cammy was requesting $350 million. Gallino agreed to pay MTex and work out the details with Tommy, but he didn't agree to any particular figures, interest rates, or terms of a transaction. In essence, Gallino is providing Cammy with the money she sorely needs to fix the offshore gas rig and prevent an expensive lawsuit. Apart from the fact that Gallino is a kind investor, the most peculiar aspect of the case is that he accepted the contract but declined to engage in negotiations with Cammy. In response to Gallino's question about why Cammy was negotiating the transaction rather than Tommy, he told her that he would let the snakes figure out the rest. This implies that Gallino will only discuss the specifics of this financial life preserver with Tommy and not Cammy. Although it was veiled in a metaphor, Gallino essentially explained to the viewers why he only wants to collaborate with Tommy rather than Cammy. Some people are hawks, some are snakes, and some are prey like rabbits, as Gallino explained to Cammy. As a dubious businessman with dubious morals and scruples, Gallino saw himself as a snake. He plays both for blood and for keeps. Additionally, he only works with equally hazardous negotiators because he has a sense of honor. Gallino saw Tommy as a hawk and himself as a snake. Tommy eats snakes like other snakes, therefore even if he isn't as morally reprehensible as Gallino, Gallino still sees him as a worthy foe. Gallino, on the other hand, thinks Cammy is a bunny. She is fresh to the oil business and lacks Gallino and Tommy's ruthless strategies. Gallino decided to deal with Tommy because he believed that bargaining with Cammy would be too simple and dishonorable. But Tommy's industrial expertise and tenacity aren't the only reasons Gallino sees him as a formidable opponent. Gallino would negotiate with Cammy under false pretenses if he did. She lacks all the necessary knowledge about her business partner, including the fact that his name isn't Dan Morell and that he has ties to the cartel. But Gallino already has power over Tommy because of his investments in Cooper, and Tommy is fully aware of who Gallino is. But Gallino's sense of honor might go beyond that. It would be quite simple to con Cammy out of a multi-million-dollar contract because she doesn't know who he really is. It will be much more difficult for Gallino to exploit Tommy in Landman's future because Tommy is fully aware of who Gallino is. By allowing Tommy to fight him rather than Cammy, Gallino may be making this arrangement more sporting and enjoyable for himself. Gallino believes that facing him would be more respectable because he is a more formidable foe. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.